Hi, I'm Leanne Holmesy, and this is Hospitality Tips for Better Tips, the social engagement training video for waiters. Welcome, and just real quick, let's just dive in. Here's what to expect. You are going to find out how social engagement will help you do not only a better job, but get more out of your job, get more out of life, and be able to put more into life. I'm sure that most people who have hired you in the restaurant industry haven't gone out of their way to show you how you can use your job to be a better mother, be a better musician, write your book and have customers already waiting for them, because your restaurant professionals that hired you are focused on their business. So basically, we've all compartmentalized our lives, and you stop doing your life when you put on your apron or show up at work, and then go back to it after you're done. Your customers show up and expect their life to be fulfilled in that moment by you and nothing else. And the basic way that we've all experienced or grown to experience the diner and waiter relationship doesn't leave a whole lot of room for a relationship, an actual relationship. But if you did have more of a connective relationship with your customer, they would have a better experience and you would have a better experience. So without further ado, I will launch right into the first couple of steps that you're going to need to take in order to make your life more profitable and easier at your restaurant job. It's very easy to do, but it is going to take a couple of steps and a couple of extra steps for the first week or so. What I want you to do is pick up a composition book the next chance that you get, and also a newspaper. So basically all you need to make more money is a composition book and a newspaper. And business cards for the restaurant don't hurt at all. So business cards for the restaurant, composition book, and newspaper will put thousands more dollars in your pocket this year. So does that sound good? I think it does. In fact, I can tell you how to make $12,000 more this year just by going to your local deli and ordering a cup of coffee. So yes, it's going to take a couple of extra steps, but I think it will be worth it in the end. It'll be worth it for your customers, it'll be worth it for you, and it'll be worth it for your restaurant owner. And let me explain how. First, there is my VIP tool. So I think you should print that out. And it's really just a guideline to using the composition book, the newspaper, and the business cards that you're going to use. And it's very simple, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I did it just so that I could remember how to stay on point and which to focus on. And really these steps here will open doors for relationships. And that's your ultimate goal with your customer, is to open up a relationship here and then get them to here where they're just a pleasure to deal with. Instead of serving customers you don't really know and you don't know their preferences, if you get a bunch of people to here, then your whole station is really just running on autopilot. So if you haven't heard me say that before, and I say it all the time, get your station on autopilot any way you can. And the way that you do that is by getting names any way that you can. And the way that you do that is down here. So what you're going to do first is recognize that you have your own small business. Stop thinking about your station or your restaurant as someplace that you work for someone else. Start thinking about it as a place that's completely furnished. It has a complete staff, support staff. You have inventory that you don't ever have to pay for or order yourself. The heat's paid, the electric is paid, and somebody's marketing it. If people are coming in, somebody's marketing your business for you. So you're in a pretty good spot. And if somebody else has said this to you and you're rolling your eyes and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is not what I signed up for, I know that. Well, take yourself out of this perspective for a moment and put a friend in. Say that a friend of yours was just given a jewelry store with all the products that he could ever want, all the Rolexes and diamond rings and little silver spoons. And he has a support staff and somebody ringing up and somebody gift boxing and somebody marketing so that people are coming in, but they're all coming in and they're getting the silver spoons instead of the Rolexes. Or they're all coming in at the same time and the people with the silver spoons are driving you crazy and the people that want the Rolexes are getting frustrated and walking out or not ordering the Rolexes after all. Wouldn't you tell your friend, look, you have this business and you have it free, rent free? Wouldn't you try to figure out how to make that work instead of going back in time and time again and complaining about it to you? Wouldn't you tell your friend, look, let's figure this out. Let's get the Rolex people coming in earlier so that you have plenty of time to sell them all the Rolexes they want. And you know, why waste your time with the silver spoon people? And you have this amazing opportunity, this business sitting here for you. You've got to make it work. Wouldn't you tell your friend that? Well, that's what I'm telling you. You have a station in a business that's already running, and you have people coming in ordering steaks and wanting to split things. So why not send the people that are spending the most money in earlier, and so that you never really get so flustered and so overwhelmed that you can't assist and upsell the people that are using or coming in for silver spoons, so that you can upsell them to steaks. Now you can if you have time and you control their experience, but you can't if you don't have time and you're running around at that crunch time and then it's over. You only have like one shot. So my hospitality tips for better tips will build a foundation for you to get people coming in before the kitchen gets busy, before you get busy, and sell great customers who really value what you're doing. And so by the time the actual dinner hour hits, you already have customers in your station. So the hostess can't really slam you. You can't become overwhelmed. So the more that you focus your attention on that goal, the more money you're going to make. So the more you keep going into your restaurant and waiting for customers to come to you at dinner time, when everyone already eats, the more you're going to be out of control. So let's start controlling your station by putting people in chairs the minute that you are ready to start serving. This is a better opportunity to upsell too. So the way to do that, there are several different ways. I'm going to go over a couple in this video just to give you a taste of what, maybe this isn't for you, maybe it is, but this will give you an opportunity to see whether the hospitality tips for better tips is for you. Okay, so first, we've already gone over the fact that you have your own small business. So just out of curiosity, with your own small business, how many business cards are you carrying every day? Okay, if you have your own small business, you should be carrying and giving out at least 5 business cards a day on your way to work or whatever you're doing. So everyone that you're interacting with possibly can either come into your business or send people into your business, but they can't if they don't know you or know who you are, or know where you work, or know what you serve, what your specialty is. So keep that in mind every time you see somebody. If they have a wallet, they can definitely help you in the long run achieve your goals. And if you're working in a restaurant to achieve goals, then why aren't you telling people about where you work? So start telling people where you work, because even if you don't have a huge goal like an MBA or a car or a college for your kids, you can still be a better whatever. Even if you're not really sure what you want to do and you have a kid at home, you could be a better mom by sending people into your station early so that you're not flustered. You have more money because people have more time. You have more time to upsell them. And then you have more energy for your daughter at the end of the day when you go home. So you can be a better mom by handing out more business cards. Let's be honest, okay? Is it going to be extra work? Yes. Okay, but it's going to be something that you would do you should be doing for the rest of your life, whether you're a mom or you're starting your own small business like I am, or writing a book or in a play. You should be connecting with people all the time, because you're going to need people for your book, customers to buy the book, people to come and sit in the seats of the play that you're in, or the band that you're in. You need customers, and the more you get into the habit of handing out business cards and talking to people, the more you're going to profit, whether it's energy or financially. So let's just start with that. You have your own small business, you should be talking to people about it, okay? So get some business cards right away, get them into your pocket, and start learning how to use them, because the second step is that nobody wants your business card. Okay? So you have to work on a way to get people to listen to you and want to take your business card. Okay? For your small business, you want to start by thanking people. So on your way to work, when people sell, you're buying things anyway. You're buying coffee, you're buying newspapers. Remember that newspaper? You're going to have to thank somebody for it, right? Or thank somebody so that you get something out of it more than just a newspaper. And I'll tell you how. With your business card, when you're going to get that newspaper that you're going to need for the next video, when they say, they give you back your change, maybe you got a cup of coffee, maybe you got just the newspaper, but they give you back your change and they say thank you, and you say, no, thank you. They're going to think, what? This is not normal. And yet, you really want something from them, and so you want them to hear you. And when you say, no, thank you, you're going to have their attention. You're going to have their interest, because they do things all day long for people. And it's nice to be really thanked, and not just thank you and walk away. No, thank you. They're going to laugh or maybe pause. Thank you for always being here. What? Or thank you for always having the best coffee. Or thank you because I really need this newspaper. I'm starting this new training, and without it, I can't go to the next step. I'm Leanne, by the way. And when you shake that person's hand for just selling you a newspaper, you have his full attention. Now, he doesn't know where you work. You've been going past this store for how many weeks, months, years? You don't even know that person's name. So this is the perfect time. You just said, I'm Leanne, by the way. Now you have their attention. Now you're reaching for your business card. Oh, I just worked down the street, and you always have the best coffee. You have no idea how much you get me through the shift. Or this newspaper is going to be so instrumental. It's going to actually put $12,000 more in my pocket this year. And this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm so appreciative. Here, you can come in anytime, and I will totally hook you up. you have that person's complete and utter attention. And all you've done is give them a business card that they didn't know that they wanted. They didn't even know where you worked. They didn't know that you were going to be so appreciative. But now you've got their full attention and they actually want this business card because you're telling them that you're going to give them something. And it doesn't even have to be anything. You're saying, I'm totally going to hook you up. What does that mean? It could be, moving him to a window table. Oh my gosh, I have the best table. I told you I was going to hook you up. No one ever gets this seat. And move him to a table that everyone requests. 9 times out of 10, he's not even coming into to your restaurant. People are just so like, wow, that's really nice that I was thanked back. People will take that and it'll make his day. You have no idea how much an honest and earnest thank you will do, but you've opened up this communication to actually have somebody want your business card. And that's your ultimate goal. Okay, so you have your own small business, you want to talk to people about your business, but you want to talk to them in a way that they want to hear you and they want to hold on to your business card. They want your business card. So now you've done that by saying, no, thank you. That's all it took. So when I say it's going to be extra work, so far, is it really extra? You were going to say thank you anyway, but now you're saying it in a way that's got somebody wanting your business card. Okay, so when you hand that business card, you've written your name on it, and you say, oh, I'm Leanne, by the way. Anytime you want to come by, oh, let me take that back and write down the days that I'm actually there. And then as you're writing, you're saying, okay, I'm there Tuesday and Wednesday. Hey, I know you're busy, but if you hear of anybody who's looking for the best salad, best steak, best dessert, best drink, best whatever is your specialty, you're writing that, hey, if you have any customers that you need to treat super VIP, tell them to come in and ask for me. And as long as they mention your name, I will totally hook them up too. You have this person's complete attention. He's going to remember your name forever. In the whole neighborhood, does he know anybody who's anybody? Does he know by name anyone? And now he knows you by name, and he knows where you work, and he knows what you serve. Now he might end up looking for customers to send your way because everyone likes to throw their name around. You've told him, send people in, but make sure that they mention your name. Well, that's everyone who doesn't like to mention their own name. I can send you here, but you have to use my name in order to get really great service or treatment. Ask for Leanne. You're basically telling people to send you people directly to you and mentioning their own name. And what you wrote down on that card, I'm sorry I didn't mention this, what you wrote down on that card is the times that you're not busy. So you're writing down that you're there Tuesday through Saturday, but you're also writing down on your business card anytime before 6 o'clock. So that he knows forever that no one can get the hookup before 6 o'clock. No one's going to get that window table. No one's going to get a little extra because it's going to be too busy when you're handing that card back saying, oh, we're so busy, and it's such a great place. You have to try it, but the only time that I can really hook anybody up is before we get busy. So please feel free to come in anytime, 4 to 6. And the next time, this is a longer conversation than you're actually going to have because it's a training video. But practice saying things, but starting with a thank you, and you will be so surprised at how many customers you can funnel into your restaurant. If you're a pool house, you're funneling in people left and right. They're asking for you, but if they end up with somebody else, then even better. Somebody asked for you. This person came in requesting you, but they ended up sitting with somebody else. Now you look like a superstar because you can't even get into Leanne's station. So it's a win-win because you've got somebody else making money for you in a pool house that you created. Now you don't even have to serve that customer and you're making money, right? So you cannot lose by handing out business cards, whether you're in a pool house or not a pool house. You are going to make so much more money, and you know it's going to work out for your coworkers too. So there is no downside to ever handing out a business card, ever writing your name on it, or ever writing the times before the crunch, before the slam, before the weeds. Write that down, because now you've almost signed in blood that you can't do anything when they're there and it's busy. You've created the most patient, compassionate customer ever, because that information is going too. If they're going in when they're hungry and it's dinner time, that's not somebody snapping their fingers saying, "What is taking so long?" That is somebody who now understood before they even arrived that they have to wait because it's so busy, it's so popular, it's so amazing. And how many customers have you waited on that have unrealistic expectations? Now you just created a customer that you would want to serve for life. And they're coming in, they're asking for you. You know what that does? That opens up the opportunity to ask them their name and start creating a relationship. There is no downside to handing out a business card to your mechanic, your grocery store clerk the girl who's checking you out of the grocery store, your dry cleaner, your babysitter, your banker. All these people should be referring you all day long. Referring your restaurant. Nobody else is thinking to do this. Nobody. And you have your own small business waiting for customers, and you have people all around the neighborhood talking to other people with wallets. Send those people with wallets into your station with one of my little tricks. That's hospitality for better tips. You're using hospitality, you're saying thank you in a way that isn't just thank you and then moving on. You're being more hospitable, and it took you absolutely no extra effort to engage him, get his full attention, and now get him sending customers directly to your restaurant asking for you. And he wants to because he's using his name. Okay, VIP status. So that's just one trick with hospitality tips for better tips. For more hospitality tips for better tips, click the link below and get the full training. It's going to take a couple of extra steps every day for a couple of days, maybe even a week. You're going to use your composition book. I'll show you how to use that. You're going to use that newspaper to source out events that are going on around you, sales, anything in the news. And you're going to use that information to actually build relationships, and great relationships that are going to last forever. And you're going to also you'll learn how to use your boss's cachet, who he is, to your advantage, to create relationships and take some pressure off of you. You're going to find ways to use the chef's cachet and his professional history to your advantage and get much more in terms of great relationships and more money. You're going to have so many different ways to make money, it's going to make your head spin. Even your hostess is going to be a way to actually make more money. Instead of just saying, "Oh, it's a birthday? Great, we'll put a candle in it." She's going to say, "Oh, our staff does something really amazing." And then she's going to tell the person on the other end about the great photos that you take, this video that you put together, which actually takes absolutely no extra effort. It takes your phone. You can personalize a videotape or a video link very easily just by videotaping yourself, and then videotaping the the dessert as it's being prepared in the kitchen. So you don't even have to go hog wild looking around in the kitchen, just the plate as it's being prepared, the hands that are preparing and writing the customer's name in chocolate. And you can build this whole video, and then surprise when the person arrives. You can be ready with your camera and videotape the person walking in, especially if the hostess has said, is it a surprise or can it be a surprise? Now, the customer on the other end is thinking, wow, this is amazing. I can not only have my dinner, but make it into a surprise dinner or a surprise, just a surprise gift for my friend or colleague, just by having somebody videotape him arriving. And then videotaping the dessert, and videotaping the dessert being delivered, and videotaping him blowing out the candle. Why settle for just a picture when 9 times out of 10 you're going to have time to do that, because your hostess is now your partner, your team in getting the most money, and you've told her about this special thing that you do, or the staff does. And she's telling everyone, and they're telling everyone, because this is the place to be now. But the only time that you can do it is before the restaurant gets busy. So your hostess can be telling your potential customers that you have this amazing opportunity to film one-of-a-kind moments, once-in-a-lifetime moments, and give it to them as a gift. But they can only get it if the reservation is outside of that main thrust. And the hostess will be saying, I'm sorry, we're already booked completely solid for those slots. You know, we can do it earlier. We can do it like around, can you come in 20 minutes earlier, a half an hour earlier? And then you've got a partner with you, seating your station early, and making the most money. The person on the other end of the phone already knows that they're getting this great gift from their server. Of course they're going to tip more. They're not even going to get the gift until after the dinner is over. You're going to send the link to them in an email. So of course they're going to tip more. You're waiting on the same person. You're just filming real quick, even just the dessert being made. And now the person thinks that they're getting so much more than just a click of a picture of the two of them sitting next to each other smiling. And they can't get that until after the dinner is over. Of course you're going to make more money. So you've got your neighboring businesses sending you customers, you've got your babysitter, your banker sending you customers, and you've got your hostess working with you to create moments that are one of a kind and worth more of a tip. And that's just 2 things in this first video. You've got 3 more videos to go. So click the link below and start really learning how to be really earning with hospitality tips for better tips. Or better yet, why don't you email me and get the full training material to become a Hospitality Tips for Better Tips trainer in your restaurant. Have your boss pay you instead of me to train your staff how to use hospitality to make more money in their stations and win and have that restaurant completely on everyone's radar, on everyone's social media, every hour of the day without a social media department. You can do that by becoming an HTBT trainer. So, all right, well, enough of that. You probably aren't looking for another job, but it is an option. If you come back to me later and say, I want to be an HTBT trainer, you can certainly do that. I'll send you all the course material. In the meantime, just click the link below for the next video. It's not very expensive. If I'm telling you the next one, you're going to learn how to make $12,000, I think it's worth the price. I'm keeping it low for waiters too. So if you actually want me to come and talk in person to your staff, your colleagues, I'm $200 up to 20 waiters, and we can do that in your restaurant if you get the okay from your boss, or we can meet at a coffee shop and we can do it there. You just plan out all the details and tell me when to be there, and $200 for up to 20 waiters means that your coworkers are all paying $10 a piece to learn how to make 12,000 this year. So kind of a worthwhile investment. The problem is that I'm on the East Coast, so it has to be Fairfield County, Connecticut, or New York City. Those are my areas. Otherwise, I can do it online, personally, and we can do a Skype or a Google Hangout, but not quite the same experience. Okay, well, click the link below, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.